Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Blackhammer 2021. I'm I'm gonna do. I probably should have did this earlier, but I didn't have enough time. But I'm gonna do my Monday Night Raw review. I'm gonna talk about the WWE draft. Um, this video was sponsored by PlayStation. It was sponsored by JD from New York, Fight for Pro Wrestling, Wrestle Talk, and Good My Work Commentary, Just Alec, and all the other the other podcasters who do wrestling. Alright, so like I said, I will do a review on Monday Night Raw that happened last night. I will talk about the news and rumors that also happened. I will talk about AEW at the end of the video. But I'm gonna go to Monday Night Raw and oh man, Monday Night Raw was awful. The draft was disappointed. It felt meaningless and it felt very lazy. And I think some of it is very predictable. And we will go through all this on the show. First of all, that's all they build up with the draft. We had a lot of filler matches. Let's see. We had a few filler matches. There were a few things I didn't really care about. There are a few things that they are teasing. Possibly Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Um, Now, I might, I might even go into the show. I mean, I have a lot of things to talk about, really. Now, for Monday Night Raw, the WWE Draft 2023, Night 2, Round 1 of the draft, Triple H came out and announced the draft members. So, the number one pick. Oh, wait. Can y'all see me? I forgot. Yeah. Yeah, y'all can see me. I'm sorry. So, the number one pick was Rhea Ripley had been drafted to Monday Night Raw as SmackDown Women's Champion. The number two pick is Austin Theory. So Austin Theory will take the U.S. title to SmackDown. And Seth freaking Rollins, he's staying on Raw. Pretty obvious because Becky's on Raw. And WWE always draft the husband and wife on the same show. Charlotte Flair been drafted to SmackDown. That good. Who knows? Who knows when we'll see Charlotte back? She's taking some time off for a while. We'll probably see her probably during the summertime. But this was very shocking, very surprising to me. Now, Rhea Ripley, it doesn't make sense because she's the SmackDown Women's Champion. As you guys know, on SmackDown, Bianca was drafted to SmackDown as the Raw Women's Champion. And Rhea drafted to Raw as the SmackDown Women's Champion. I really hope this leads to a title unification and they merge the women's titles into one and just have one women's title because it's the right thing to do and not either division is strong enough. So I hope that leads to that. Some people are afraid it's gonna be the title swap. I hope to God not. That'll be awful. That'll be terrible. That'll be embarrassing, and it'll make everything at WrestleMania pointless. Why give Rhea the title to swap the title with Bianca, who's had it for over a year? There's a reason why you gave Rhea the Rumble, why you gave her the SmackDown title against Charlotte in a fantastic match at WrestleMania and went over big, and she has solidified herself and the GOAT and the main eventer and the woman to carry the division. So hope will lead to that. Now, after Austin Theory being drafted to SmackDown as the United States Champion, I think they were pretty predictable because Gunther been drafted to Raw, so he will be on Raw with the IC title. Austin Theory's on SmackDown with the US title. I think he will retain at Backlash. I'm not gonna do my Backlash prediction. I think I'll wait until Friday, maybe, or Saturday to do them. But yeah, Austin Theory gonna be on SmackDown. That's a good choice. Austin Theory can finally start something fresh, something new on SmackDown. He been on Raw for a while now. He'll go to SmackDown. Seth Rollins, he'll stay on Raw, possibly to be the new world champion. I think he's the right guy to win it. He's the right babyface to do it. Charlotte, she's gonna be on SmackDown. Alright. After round one, after we got the first round over, Paul Heyman came out and He shook hands with Triple H. He saw the new world title, and Seth Rollins came out, and this whole segment of Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins, they could be teasing Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns to be at Night Champions, and Reigns will win both titles. Because Paul Heyman did say that in his promo last night that Roman Reigns will probably win the new World Heavyweight title and have 3 world titles. No, thank you. That will not happen. It will make any sense. That's not gonna look good. Now it will be history in the making to have one guy hold 3 titles for the first time in WWE. I don't think that will happen. I think that was just a tease. It's not happening. But this entire segment led to Seth Rollins challenging Solo Sikoa in the main event. That was actually a waste of time, by the way. The match went 9 minutes. It ended in a DQ. It was predictable, but the match ended in a DQ. The Uso got involved. I think Sami Zayn and Matt Riddle, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens got involved, and it's all went into a brawl. Same old shit, lame, lazy finish, a waste of time. Why book the match if neither one was gonna be lose? Rollins ain't gonna lose. Solo's not gonna lose. Rollins had looked at the top guy on Monday Night Raw to compete for the world title. Solo, he been booked very strong on SmackDown with Roman Reigns, so he's not gonna lose. So that match was a waste of time in the main event. Alright, so after that, I think we got. Hold on. Now before that we were gonna get round 2. Oh wait, never mind. Round 2 we're gonna get started. Now before Shawn Michaels and I think it was Road Dogg that announced round 2. Hold on. I think it was them. Oh wait, it was yeah, it was. I think it was Booker T. No wait, it was Shawn Michaels. I don't know. I forgot. But whatever. I think I'll talk about that later. Actually, no, I think I'll talk about that now. Before round 2 could even get started, Brock Lesnar came out and interrupted. Adam Pearce came out saying, no, we're not going to do this. He called in the security guards. He called in a lot of security guards. And then Cody Rhodes came out of nowhere and hit Brock Lesnar, punched him from behind, knocked him on the ground. And all the security guards came out and hold back Cody Rhodes. This was lazy, same old shit, rinse and repeat. They did it 2 weeks ago with the security guards, where Cody Rhodes had to fight all the security guards to get the Brock Lesnar. Here, all the security guards are doing the same thing. Try hold back Cody Rhodes from getting the Brock Lesnar. Now, I get that they're trying to protect both guys, but they shouldn't. They shouldn't. I cannot wait until we get Backlash out of the way and get this match over and done with. This may be a one-off. Hopefully it is. But anyway, round 2 selected Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn will be drafted to Raw. So they are the undisputed tag team champions. So they will stay on Raw. The Usos will go to SmackDown. The Judgment Day is going to Raw, and the LWO going to SmackDown. So I get that feud going over, and thank God it should be. We have seen enough matches between those two factions, so I'm glad that they're being separate, and they'll take a break for a while. I think they'll come back. I think they will come back, and they will feud at the Survivor Series for the War Games. I think they will, but I think it looks like that Ray and Dominic will take a break. So Judgment Day going to be on Raw with Rhea Ripley. LWO is going to go to SmackDown. It's crazy when you think about it, how they draft like all of LWO on SmackDown. Rey Mysterio, Zelina Vega, Santos Escobar, and the other two are drafted to SmackDown. Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Dominic of Judgment Day are staying on Raw with Rhea Ripley. Yeah, they draft the entire one. Draft the entire faction. After that, we did get Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus the Alpha Academy. The match went 2 minutes. A lot of the matches on this show felt rushed and felt like it just happened. It went like what, 2 minutes? Braun Strowman and Ricochet beat Otis and Gable in 2 minutes. Imagine being Ricochet and being someone like Chad Gable and you wrestle a 2 minute match. The match they had at WrestleMania was 8 minutes. And that was a great match. But this match on Raw, 2 minutes. Um, yeah. So round three. Oh wait. Oh yeah. Round three, and then we had the Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes beat down. I already talked about it. I'm not. I'm not gonna talk about it again. And you know what? No, I think I'm just gonna go through the other matches here. We did get Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. They took on Damage Control and went 2 minutes. Man, what do you know? Champion losing. I have a feeling that Vince McMahon is booking this show. Cause no way Triple H is booking champion to lose on Raw. Vince McMahon does that. So Damage Control, Bayley and Dakota beat Raquel and Liv Morgan. They beat the Women's Tag Team Champions. Champion losing in another match that went 2 minutes. Match regardless. And also we did get Omos. Omos wrestled some jobber named Anthony Ethan or something. Again, we have jobber matches. Why are we doing the same shit with Omos? Omos, I am over these squad matches. I don't care to see jobber matches with Omos. It's a waste of time. I don't know why we got him. The match was like what, 2 minutes? No one wants to see Omos wrestling jobbers. He's not gonna get over. Even with MVP, he's not getting over. And don't forget we got Omos and Seth Rollins at Backlash. The match was added last week. There's still no build. There's still no reason why it's happening. It's just happening. I'm afraid that Omos is gonna win, and I'm afraid that some people might think he may challenge Roman Reigns at Night of Champions. Because we did hear the speculation about that, the rumor about that. I hope not. But yeah. We did get Matt Riddle defeating Jimmy Uso in a short match. That was whatever. It lasted like what, 3 minutes? Matt Riddle beat Jimmy Uso. That was it. A lot of matches felt worse in this show. Now we did get Nakamura show up, and he was on mid TV. He came out and said some things, and yeah, he hit the main for Kinshasa, and that was it. After that, we did get the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day came out. They explained Damian Priest addressing Bad Bunny. We really came out kind of promo that felt pretty. I don't know. It felt like it was obviously scripted. Like who's writing this shit for Rhea Ripley? I don't know what they're doing with titling, but now Dominic got so much heat tonight. The crowd was booing Dominic tonight. He got so much heat, so much hate. They would not let him talk. The crowd was so loud. The booze was so loud for Dominic. Dominic plays his role so great as a heel. Man, Dominic is he gets so much heat. He's doing a great job with it. Now they did do this 6-man tag, this 6-person. Well, it was a 6-person mixed tag team with Judgment Day and LWO. We had Dominic, Rhea, and Damian Priest versus Rey Mysterio, Santos Escobar, and Zelina Vega. The Judgment Day won. Hopefully we end the feud and we move on. I think the match went like what, 5 minutes or 6 minutes. They were pretty short. Like I said, a lot of matches felt worse on this show. But Judgment Day beat LWO. I mean, I think I don't really. I couldn't care less. I mean, I hope that the feud is over and we move on. Because I know that I'm over it. A lot of people are over the same massive with Judgment Day and LWO. Let's move on from this. Now I can move on to round three of the of this draft. Shawn Michaels and Road Dogg, they came out and they announced the draft. Hold on. So like I said, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez have been drafted to Raw as the Women's Tag Team Champions. Asuka have been drafted to SmackDown, and the New Day have been drafted to Raw. The Braun and Bruce have been drafted to SmackDown. Sheamus, Bush, Riz Holland are staying on SmackDown. Sheamus will not be chasing the IC title. I don't know when he's gonna win it, but he's not gonna win it anytime soon because the IC title is on Raw with Gunther. So Sheamus and Imperium will be staying on SmackDown. I think that's a good pick. Asuka gonna be on SmackDown. Alright. We did get. Hold on. RVD and Eric Bischoff are gonna be announcing round 4. Now, Trish Stratus have been drafted to Raw. Karrion Kross he's staying on SmackDown. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler have been drafted to Raw. LA Knight have been drafted to SmackDown. Now, I was actually kind of disappointed with this. Now, Trish Stratus, I think her was a waste. She's a Hall of Famer. She's a part-timer. She's not going to be around for a while. She's only here to put over Becky Lynch, and then she'll be off TV. You're not going to see Trish Stratus challenge for any championship. She's not going to be no big feud. She's going to have a match with Becky Lynch, probably in Saudi Arabia, and then she'll be off TV. She'll be away for a while. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler being drafted to what? I don't give a shit. I couldn't care less. Ronda Rousey fucking boring. Shayna, she deserved better, but I couldn't care less. But they will go after the Women's Tag Team titles and they'll win. They'll win the title from Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Now, as for Karrion Kross and LA Knight, I was actually disappointed. I was hoping that they would go to Raw and get a fresh start and build them up and be in some new feuds. But Kross is still on SmackDown and LA Knight is still on SmackDown. I don't know what more can they do. So those were I was very, very disappointed with those. So for round 5 of the draft, we have Road Dogg and Molly Holly announce round 5 of the draft. Braun Strowman and Ricochet are being drafted to Raw. Shotzi Blackheart is being drafted to SmackDown. Bronson Reed is staying on Raw. And we have an NXT call-up, Pretty Deadly, is being drafted to SmackDown. Yes, Pretty Deadly being drafted to SmackDown. Which I don't mind. Now I'm glad we got some NXT. I don't know why they waited till the very end. There's like 6 rounds here and they waited for the very end. But Pretty Deadly is a good tag team that will spice up the division for SmackDown. SmackDown had a pretty good division for the tag team. I think they should stay on Raw and build up the tag team, but what do I know? Bronson Reed, he's staying on Raw. Shotzi, she's gonna be staying on SmackDown. Braun Strowman and Ricochet, I don't know what they're gonna do, but they're gonna be on Raw. And as for the final round for the WWE Draft of 2023, round 6, JBL and Teddy Long, they announced the final round. And the final round, the Alpha Academy had been drafted to Raw. Rick Boogs had been drafted back to SmackDown. We do have some NXT call-up. We have Katana Chant and Kaden Carter drafted to Raw. And we have Cameron Grimes Cameron Grimes had been drafted to SmackDown. He was the last guy to be drafted to SmackDown. I don't know why they saved the NXT for last. Probably for shock value or for ratings or to get a big pop. They may have gotten a big pop for the NXT Performance Center, but not in at for the fans or that crowd tonight. But we got NXT. I can see Cameron Grimes being in the mid card. Now Katana and Kaden, they are challenging the women's tag team titles. I think for NXT tomorrow night. I know the NXT tonight. I think Katana and Kaden are challenging for those titles on NXT tonight on Tuesday. But that was the draft. I thought the draft was a disappointment. Thought the draft was lazy. I actually wanted to talk about the additional drafts. Hold on. I actually wanted to show you the additional draft that they were supposed to announce. Now, hold on. Hold on. As for the additional drafts that happened on, hold on. The additional draft that was supposed to happen on this show. Let me just. Oh, maybe I probably shouldn't. Hold on. 3 hours of a draft. So, as I said, we had 3 hours of a draft. We had, after the show was over, on Raw Talk, they announced the additional draft members. Let's see. I have to read my notes here. I have to watch JD from New York, who we're talking about right now. Draft after the show, and I'm very dumbfounded at some of the Alright, so some of these names. Alright, let's see. On the show, who was drafted additionally after the show. I'm gonna read some of these draft picks. These are very interesting. These are like breaking news, really. Yeah. So, like, WWE had drafted to Raw. We have Johnny Gargano drafted to Raw after the show was over. Johnny Gargano drafted to Raw. He wasn't even in the draft, but he was additionally in the draft after the show was over. Isn't that crazy? Gargano not good enough to be drafted for the show, but drafted after? What did I tell you about Johnny Gargano? He could only fucking hope Tommaso Ciampa comes back and they do something of great note. Yeah. With them together on this show, man. I don't know what's going on. Johnny Gargano has been selected for Monday Night Raw, which makes sense because Candice LeRae was drafted. As he said, it makes sense for Gargano to be drafted to Raw because Candice LeRae is on there. Death to Loomis and now Indy Hartwell, and they have a great story coming out of NXT. After the Monday Night Raw, and they. Yeah. Oh man. Alright, who would like the married couples together? Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke had been drafted. Oh my gosh. Dana Brooke, are you kidding me? Dana Brooke had been drafted. Are you freaking kidding me? They drafted Dana Brooke. This is a joke, right? Dana Brooke drafted. Are you kidding me? A waste. Why didn't Dana Brooke get drafted to free agency? Dana Brooke had been in catering. She hadn't been seen on TV for a while. She's not being used. Man, they told her this was game changing. This ain't game changing. Now, okay, so Gargano been drafted to Raw. Dana Brooke drafted to Raw. Also, Nikki Cross drafted to Raw, and we haven't seen Nikki Cross for a while. We haven't seen her at all. All right, who else? SmackDown. We got. I don't know what to do with Nikki Cross either. But SmackDown. Hold on. Oh, come on now. Hold on, I'm trying to read my notes here, trying to look what the guy said. Alright. Either way, free agency. I don't understand it either. I don't understand free agents in WWE. I don't think WWE understand what the term free agent means. A free agent means that you're a free agent. You haven't been signed to a company. But WWE mean but for free agent for WWE, they mean that if you're a free agent, you can show up on either Raw or SmackDown or NXT. Show up on any show. I'm sorry, that's not how it works. When you're a free agent, it means that you're not signed to any show. I don't understand it. Brock Lesnar is a free agent. Brock Lesnar can show